Hot Mike. We are on the air. This is the SuperFan Max Power Hour in less than 60 minutes, reporting you live with a special half episode with a special report, whatever you want to say. We are talking about the Chicago White Sox today on today's episode, and I'm very displeased with them. I'm very displeased with them because it came out with reports that they are thinking about, Jerry Reinsdorf is thinking about relocating, moving, betraying me, whatever you want to say, heartbreaking, all that. They're thinking about moving the team, selling the team, relocating the team. Nobody knows exactly what's going on specifically. I know the lease is up at guaranteed rate Kaminsky Park, White Sox Park, in 6 years. So they got to either be out or renew the lease, whatever. So it's coming up about that time where they are going to start talking about it. And what we're hearing is not what I want to hear, obviously. So that's why I'm doing a special report on a Tuesday afternoon after work. I don't know if I'm going to publish this tonight or later on in the week. I will be cutting it with the other episode. Maybe do a combo episode, even though we're always saying one take. But whatever. Mainly I give to this White Sox team money, time, and all they do is take from me. The older I get, the more relatable that scene from the Bronx Tale where Mickey Mantle won't pay my rent is becoming a reality, and I'm getting upset about that with the team. I know I kind of touched about it briefly last episode. My relationship with sports, and it's starting to get further and further away as the older I get. And I'm starting to not like that, so really making me question everything that I stand for. And I'm getting sick and tired of these teams. Same thing with the Bears. The Bears aren't out of this. I know we're talking about the White Sox, but I'm getting tired of teams are threatening to relocate, move, whatever they want to do. It's upsetting at this point. And I get you want modern day amenities in your stadium or around your stadium. You know what? I'm going to say start building in lot G, whatever, across the parking lot, because we all know you don't need that many parking spots, Jerry. You only got 12,000 fans coming in on dog night, so really just open up a couple bars or restaurants across the parking lot. You don't need all those spots unless the Cubs come into town, and that's the only way to fill that stadium. And whose fault is that? Your fault. Not our fault for not showing up. How about you put a good team on the field instead of thinking about moving fields? How about that? Have you ever thought about that, buddy? What do you want us to do? We come in every day, year in, year out, and you don't help us out. You put a terrible product on the field. How is moving to Nashville going to solve that? Okay, you're going to go to another market, new market. You're going to have new fans. Smaller market, though, when you think about it. Nashville ain't that big. Sure, it's an untapped market. And, they do like baseball down there, but it ain't going to fill the stadium or rejuvenate the team into what it is. Whatever happened to... Why are we going to go... Or you, not we. I'm tired of saying we. I'm not part of this team, apparently. Why are you going to move to somewhere else to build a new fan base? You're just going to alienate the other fan base that you already got here. Why? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Somebody explain it to me. Something. I don't know. Make the fan base that you already have happy. I don't know. Same thing with the Bears. The Bears are so insisting, or people are insisting on having these luxury items. A dome. I hate that. Better parking. Okay, I get that. It's terrible to get to the stadium sometimes. But I just don't get it. And I don't get the new talk where everybody's like, oh, if we have a new stadium, we can host a Super Bowl team. You know what, Bears? Don't worry about hosting the Super Bowl. How about worrying about getting to the Super Bowl? Or better yet, how about we worry about getting to the playoffs or being relevant past September, October, without it being a primetime game? How about we be relevant on a weekly basis? Same thing for the White Sox. We don't need a new stadium to host an all-star team. How about we get all-star players? An all-star roster, a Hall of Fame roster, something better than what we got going on. Come on. I just don't get it. Why do we... I don't know. Like, this is just upsetting me more than anything. And Jerry Reisendorf, he says he loves baseball so much. I gotta find that clip. It's in The Last Dance, but he's like, I love baseball so much. The Bulls are like a toy to me. Why don't you play with this toy and make it better? The day the Cubs won the World Series, they should have been on the phone with everybody looking for trades, looking for teams, a way to build the White Sox up to just, to steamroll the Cubs the next year and take over the city again when it came to baseball. This has been a Cubs town, and they've been bad. We're nobodies. We're losers. We're bums. We are the Cubs at this point. And it's just, day baseball is what makes that team. Baseball in Chicago should be nothing if it wasn't for day games on WGN for the Cubs. We should be doing that. The deal with NBC ends, we should be going straight to WGN, and we don't even have to play all 1 o'clock day games, 3:10 games. It doesn't even matter if it's the stadium's full. I don't think it does matter, really. We should just be playing on people's houses, and you get on people's houses, you become the city's team once again, and you overtake the Cubs. You need to be doing that to build your fan base up and your team up, and more game recognition. But we're okay with the 05 World Series. Shame on Sox fans. Shame on Jerry for that too. That's all he settled for. I don't even know what else to say. It's just very upsetting with this team. We can't win. This team wants to move away. Let them at this point. I still don't get modern day amenities when it comes to stadiums in particular. We're just trying to build Wrigleyville on the south side. That's it. We have all that parking lot. Why don't you just start building stuff on them? We don't need the spots. Really iterate that earlier. It's just very sad. It's disheartening. I'm tired of this team, to be honest. I gutted it out day in and day out with the season, and we're just getting nowhere. How do we have a World Series window that never even opened? That's pretty much all I got to say about that. I know some reports are coming in that Rick Hahn and who else got relieved of their duties, but it's hard to build a team when you're being handcuffed all day, thanks to Jerry, but what are you going to do about that? Ken Williams, it says. Yeah, it's very disappointing as being a White Sox fan lately, and in general, a sports fan, but I got no say in it, so this utterly blows, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion. And I don't think moving this team is going to help the team, because it's just not our team anymore, for the Southsiders, or Sox fans, whatever you want to say. So yeah, go ahead, sell the team, move the team. It's just, what do you want me to do? Jerry, why are we not surprised that Jerry won't pay for a stadium either? He goes halfsies on the United Center like he's a college kid. Like, he doesn't even pay full rent for the Bulls at the United Center. Bears are leaving town. The White Sox are leaving town. I hate it here. Why am I still a sports fan? I'm too upset about this. This is getting ridiculous. Day in and day out. I don't even know what else to say. I'm going to the game on Friday. I'm kind of upset about that. I had a whole other episode planned for this week, but this is the predominant part of the episode, in my opinion. I don't even want to go to this game Friday. Screw that. I'm going to a game with the world's worst team, and the Oakland A's are playing too. I hate the White Sox at this point. I thought I loved the White Sox, but just upsetting me more than anything going into those games and seeing this team be taken apart after being at the highest high. I will say it again. The height of this team was a home run in a cornfield in Iowa. That's the height of this team. Yeah, sure, making it to the blackout game against the Astros is something, but we all know the cornfield game was the height of this team. Like, that's the peak. That's the highest thing, the brightest thing that came from this team. This is so dumb and ridiculous. I hate these owners that threaten us with leaving too. Like I said, they're alienating the fan base they already got to just, make it a little more convenient for a couple other people. It's very disheartening and upsetting. I just don't get it. And I get it's a business, but how they ran this business now is terrible, Jerry. And it's just makes no sense. I don't get it. Why? And I think I'm at the episode or this segment right now. I think I will upload this later on this afternoon or evening just to get it out there. My opinion on today's topic. Then I will tie this in later on in the week for the actual podcast, a full episode 14. But yeah, this is 13 and a half. Those are my thoughts right now about this topic going into my mic. Yeah, thank you. I gotta do an actual outro. Give me 1 second. Let me calm down. Okay, I'm calmed down. This is the end of this segment / episode 13 and a half. Those were my angry thoughts going into my bad mic. And I will talk to you later on in the rest of the week.